Preaching the word of God with zeal.
Ladies and gentlemen, when you don't understand that things do not just happen until sacrifice has gone on, if you apply prayers, apply wisdom. Because some of the problems, it will take wisdom to overcome them.
Teaching the word of God with passion.
Through sacrifice, we make covenant with God.
Training the church of God with enthusiasm.
What is in your mind determines what you can do. It is not about how old you are. It's not about the schools you have attended. It's about the technical know-how you have about it. Live like a diamond, and you will overcome this world, and you will do more. Now the year Diana and Mewa, when you miss me, Kodia, would just a bro on Samanoa, a bemo a bro bag. So when what you have is too small and it cannot feed you, God expects you to sow it. Because as soon as you sow something, the power to make it multiply comes upon it. And to nipabi I'll say, media minebi na on diano. That is one of the power of sacrifice. And in the book of Proverbs, they are always scattering and they are increasing. And there are the people who are always keeping. Why? Because until you sow, you don't qualify for harvest. Am I talking to somebody? This is what people don't understand. And she went and did according to the saying of Elijah. And she and he and her house did eat meat many days. After sacrifice, now they are eating many days until the rain started coming. If what you have is too small to feed you, convert it to a seed. The power to have more will come upon your life. Can I tell you something? The reason why some of you are praying, oh Lord, bless me, Samuel. The reason why it's not working is that in Shirano, it doesn't come only through prayer. It comes through sacrifice. Because as soon as you sacrifice, the power to multiply comes upon your life. Now, at the end, too, so true to extent that even in the physical weather, and yet a giddy phone quan a do idea any air swabber. Once you commit it to see to the ground, the thing has the power to grow. Ne do so deep say o mani tongu agidi fo nko afuo so o mani togu obi ade so, because so long as you have sown, you qualify to have a harvest. This is how I have survived in this land all these years. I'm telling you my secret. Me real college, my year juma for 1 year. Those days now register okay and what be a friend back pay 1 year. The salary for 1 solid year, they put it together. When our colleagues got it, do you know what they did? Some of them went to buy lands. Some of them did investment. Some of them used it to rent a room, and they furnished their room and they started enjoying life. One of my friends, he wanted you to buy a car. I know they had transportation. When I took that money, I said, Lord, this money is too small to finance my life and the life I want to live. I am committing this seed to you as a sacrifice. I took it to church to give to my pastor. Mediadia no come so from my pastor, not from my uncle. So I say, uncle, Sasika, we have friend is seed money. Come on, Minty. No, me yante sabro fonda. O see I braba shasi sika yamfa nyane aso ode ye. Yamfa mo afore ye. Fa koye investment. Na mfa so baso a, wo di bia bre nyame because we eye we seed money a wo de hye wa braba ase. Na say papa, abusua me firi mu wunnimu. I have seen great people, intelligent people, nimdifo, omoya talented, today they beg before they eat. And so I'm not interested in investment for now. So I came to give this to God because I'm looking for something that is higher than what you are talking about. I said, well, you know, you're a young person. To me, say, I said, me na machin chimunsa. Enti na me de me too for no na me papa nya wona me di sika ne brɛ me de brɛ onyame me kamanu sɛ nyina so on di sika no wana me fa me ho adwene na me so papa ne me sign one another meeting me di me pesa me srɛ kwan me pie free ne office no na me di sika no to gate no door no akyere sei na me tu merika say home that ana no 33 33 10 say bi na na ho ti me koduru fia na me friend number. So today I still remember his number 020. I don't want to mention the rest. And I'm a friend and papa si Canada office coin and one fan who be beba between why then wafa. Timenene kasana no pie o twins who says uncle man kate corner me doom phone. 2 weeks I didn't go to church because in person maybe have a discussion about the money. Minim baby me free na minim ni amepe. Mini onyame akasa so onyame. Sa braboya me shasie. Minim se sika we can't change my life. Minim ni po makotena broche o me mabusua mu a. Those days today they are molding blocks as laborers. O say I back pay and betimi asesa me life. Na me do me phone. That na ya sore na eho yem futuro. Tiafena na be cast one matter waters. Timete so almost start adwuma gidi. Omoye bibia na say by the time I do me so more discount. Then I started going to church. When I went to church, he saw me say, hey, uncle, there was some way to you. By the way, I'm saying, thank you. Now you want for anything. Now I'm reading the Bible says Solomon ba for ye. Now I do nyame so on the day. Die. Timi so me twenso na me beso me die can be actually me. Say na die ne beba me nim. At the point, I'm me say, Chalena, dear me, my mistake, Anna. I didn't hear anything. I didn't see any dream. 1 year later, I say how many years? Me co-program me Kumasi. A prophet was ministering. Oh, preacher no Bamson say, are you Adomah Kwasi Solomon? Say yes. I say, bra. Also, Nyamesa men can't was say, who for maybe 1 year ago. There is a huge sum of money. You gave that money to him as a sacrifice. No nyame time on us. A free necro. This will be your testimony. And near my party 10 years now, and would 1 year and a bear. And it don't cost you. That was the beginning of the journey of greatness. That me who came from a poor family, that nobody has ever done well. All of a sudden, when I get myself involved in something, at the end I say, even when I don't have knowledge about it, and people are criticizing me, it still works better than those who know more than me, because I am operating from the realm of grace and not just knowledge. That was the beginning. That was the beginning. Till today, unless I don't want it. I did be a mini of my life from now is because I'm not interested in it. I said it's because what? We call it sacrifice. Sacrifice is what gives God the authorization to give you something he has not given to another person, so that he will not be said that we're discriminating and we're using the Obi bawaria humpaya ayakoza yakatakaya ipekata sotata erapekata erapekata erapagatuaya erapagataya omuya nipa 5. But somebody also came with a sacrifice. The Lord, every month I've used my salary, every month I've spent my money. For the past 15 years I've enjoyed it. My brother Bon society. This month I want to struggle so that you can have my salary. This is my sacrifice, but I'm trusting you for the blessing of marriage. Let's see if God will not speak for you. Let's see. Sacrifice. Say sacrifice. It gives you that platform. It is all person wants to say wabraba. Eya for the bonnie this is no. Who say we are Sinibian and Oscar? Why are Sakawa people richer than ordinary unbeliever? And if it's a one soon, I know why you. But I can say, and I'm some the head in power because maybe soon I come a year. Obi on soon, I And some of them give sacrifice of blood. Onipa moja. Na santa nipa na yebisa ni moja no. Yesi virgin. O start say wo boy dwama da ben wo sia virgin. Obey dey sia obi ahunu say nipa we or ye virgin. Na wakoshe bosse moja o de beba for ye, o de beba on sacrifice no so no. E was so you obi or ye virgin. How do you know somebody is a virgin if you have not slept with the person? But this is the extent worldly people are seriously sacrificing to their cause. And for you to know, say nipa we a virgin cry one thing. Number two, to get that person to sacrifice another thing. Obi the sacrifice and say, "On fane mame a odono e meba for ye." Na wo ko pesika e dia behwe obusuafo. De se say obusuafo na wo pesika dia behwe omo no. For meba for ye ni sika no koja ye den. And we are in this community. We have seen what people have done with this sacrifice we are talking about. Wow, sorry, I'll say whatever. Knowledge. Where is your position around these people? Opposition why? The things they can afford, you can't afford them. Because I don't know if can you imagine obi two car every brekum abeto aduane e wo sunyan no oba bedi no brekum ade abrekum de aduane papa bia ni ho wo koto ayi gobe e wo continental crowd se car boy de ntino wo sori anu papa na afa mantamu mantamu continental ote amangwase ya continental ni na mantamu sa ade oh me check madam for bo a koto gobe. Am I talking to somebody? Mene guy bi was sasa ka ofo na ma brekuma ye din no give me too much. Obo mo nsere so na ma asase bo ye din ba bi asase bo nya din kra no mama. Yes. Me ton land me na. Me se me ton 20,000 oh na want so na nkrofo bi ba so ope. Oba na me so 40,000 say oh pastor me ma 38. Na me say no problem. 8 plot ka no akan sika gu me nsam. Madam forbid I don't know me Toma. What you aka? 38,000. 20,000. Not pricing originally 20,000. No. Omo pa hu nyina including asofo nyina obi asene boy de mente so baba 15. Na say had 15. Omo toa. Fianga guy bi ababe be 19 say 20 something years. Name home basabi. Oba am say 40,000. I say pastor mama 38. Ba ko bia ka. Sacrifice on their altar. Now, so something na chidi fu to me. Emomu timi didi ya. Wo free so nyankopon ni say to me no. Because say wo se unipa ye adwuma onya sika. Nti adwuma sika adwuma de man ye higher than ni nyankopon betim de amani ba. Excuse me. Until say a better for a person, there are certain levels we can't take our life to. And that is why I'm pie by attention, because any money be or pie and your boy in your cano, and you was a way a day. Oh, yeah, what's why I just a day? Oh, yeah. Now, dear, a year manager or Yankopon afore bomono, when Yankopon in you su figures. Ebia, for example, Sam Bachobra. Monjina Manamo face church. No. Papa sika or 1,000, which is 1,000 Ghana cedis. Papa sika or 200 cedis. Ye baba bar for ye. Now papa edi 100 cedis abre onyankopon. Papa edi 200 cedis one amadodo. In figures, 200 cedis at also sene 100 cedis. But in the sight of God, Papa had the half of the money and ammonia coupon. Internet the door so send a because you just 7% or even 8% of the whole thing. But when you coupon 10%, 20%. And on 50%. And in your so no, we see cannot do so in way there. Tina Bible says Jesus called a son fear no. On send any pair bar for ye, and no could jina affordable chiano. And no share Bible see o kunenipi at dene quens, ebetumu. Ne excuse to farmer men a quen no say. Mama bar for any nessicasu so dear. But my media a sonya me ni a semunina, a free say, o free now who hear mu. Any or one yina no di way I day. Ama. Your 2 cities can be powerful than somebody's 50 cities. But sometimes you sit and say, Minibi. On your message to your tight. One casonia 200,000 to your title. Obia Chauska 50 cities. Tight of it, 5 cities. Why did you chop it? I didn't know the Juma who Sika 1 year Juma Unya and obey the man all struggles over to you. Who sing Yankopon and Sirao? God forbid. All your life because you don't understand spiritual principles. If you can't trust God with money you didn't work for, can He trust you what you struggle for? It is difficult to give it. I'm telling you, because we won't struggle. A monthly salary of 500 cedis. That's why I don't joke with the church offerings. You don't understand. If you have a preparatory school, you have 300 Ghana cedis. Who could do the whole month? You have 3 million. A day when you scare them out. A day amount 10 Ghana cedis. This is any power you seek 30 cedis. Say or the better offering. And you moja. So you don't joke with it, because if you joke with it, you are standing between Onyo and Yankopon. Curses will come upon your life. That's why I tell people when you come around church, we don't do business here. In your business, because you have no idea how people have suffered and struggled to get what they got, and they brought it to God. So now they are personal thing. I am intelligent to work in the corporate world. I don't know maybe tonight Sunday my baby can commit me a year Jumenya. It is only per me anyway. Papa bet me feel it too big. Because bedrin say wa ba for here. But I'm telling you the truth. Onya moshi. Onya mi any sono. His sacrifice is nothing. Because he gave God what was nothing to him. But we if we na hwiyemu achemu 2.5. Are you understanding what I'm talking about? It is sometimes your sacrifice can be your 2 cities. So 2 cities now they call fakano. It can be your sacrifice. So that you walk from here to Continental. I didn't know from media bar for day. Amen. This is what made Elijah's sacrifice on the altar. When he was competing with Baal, the gods of Baal, and the man Elijah and Aforibono, Ejabe so muno, but people don't understand. Ose mum si Aforibo chia 12, 1 for each tribe of Israel. Na mum fa enintwie enguso. Omu ye wiaso mum kosa nsuo meguso. Why water? Na sa wo pese won hye ade a ye di nsuo guso. Hello. But he was not looking at fire. Yet the manches na so. Na ohwehwe fire. Ebefru onyam ho na eden. Aba. Na onim so onyankopon or responded to afore. It is a sa afore bochia no. Onyame jabe basoa. There should be something that is sacrifice. And nantwie no na enye aforebo. Bizamisa dentia. Kone komo ba. And so on for 7 years. Until come and in so why a ding. Until morning you know mu. Now the chill be. Do you worry about it? Those days yeah offer no man no moye nkoko no. Se nkoko yare bana nkoko yare chill be akwa na chitu di about eh. Kwasi jina fa koma o ma me omboa. Nkoko yare ache no. Obewu. Obi sen ko ye healthy and God be ma. Eti Elijah eti said no. The only thing that can bring fire down is something that is precious, and that was water. Bible tells us people were traveling for 2 weeks to go and fetch water. So a 5 liters bottle. 2 weeks. Omoko journey 1 week. No mako sa no one nanti about 1 week. Santa omedu no manu musoni nyina wie. And to get water and spend on altars was more expensive than sheep and goat. Because that time not the value of gold was nothing. The value of cows nothing. But water was very expensive. Because for 7 years no so toy. So this aforiano ebegu aforebochiano so it attracted God. I'm not talking about today. I'm talking about your entire Christian journey. Anytime you are expecting mind-blowing levels of life, think about going to God in a sacrifice. Now, sadly, when we come to church to beg. We don't come to church to connect to God and seek what can change our lives. To be I better. Or suffer me to have school fees. And your school fees in Tina Berry. God can give you something greater than school fees. Trust Him and commit that little thing you have to Him. Now watch Him if you will not change your life. I'm not talking as somebody who came to God rich. A very poor person from poor background. So I'm talking about what I've tested. Anytime the battles of life become very difficult on me, I look for an opportunity. And as I do that, all of a sudden, things begin to change. That is why in my life, I've never seen a better last year. There has never been a year I said that not last year better than this year. Every year of my life, by the grace of God, is better than the previous year. That is the reason. Argument and a first fruit me, I pay a tithe of 70%. Well, you are struggling with 10%. Me, you are 70%. But my children go to the important, expensive school. Rich people take their children to. I pay 70%. If I have money, I give God 70. I take 30. Sometimes I give Him all. But through time one, meet the needs of life. I have my needs met when I don't even know how. Because sacrifice says that I know that all the good things that will come into my life, God will give it to me. And brother, I am so happy about what we have given. Let's ask ourselves if what we have given is truly a sacrifice. Let's clap for them. And even from the Bible, in the book of Numbers, specification. We don't give according to what is in our pocket. We give according to what God has given to you. That is what we don't understand. Some of you waste your money on unnecessary things and you bring God the coins. And you say that God should change your life. Jessica spending with your girlfriend. Will your girlfriend say thank you when you give that money you give in church as offering to your girlfriend? I am not saying Ghana cities. Onyamisi so be a be man with dim fee 20 and above. Now for your bebonier will be a wadi 15 and above. So a be man you'll be 20 or your bar. It's in the book of specific amount based on in fear wadi abrabawabo. So that is the grounds on which we give to say that there is sacrifice. For example, me with TV no, 32 inches. And I'm saying, 70 inches. If I don't buy the 70 inches, what will happen to me? So why do I say because of this 70 inches TV I want to buy? I am denying God the sacrifice. Once I have TV, I can sacrifice that next level for God. But that is also the reason why in the process of time, something will happen. That 70-inch TV may be nothing to you. Inti abribi onyame bebisa wa afɔrebɔ no na ɔwɔ bi a ɔpɛ sɛ ɔnyɛ dɛn ɔmfa ma wo. That is why afɔrebɔ wa amba afɔre a ɛnyɛ nnome. If you don't give a sacrifice, it's not a curse, it's not a sin. Ɛnyɛ bɔne, ɛnyɛ nnome. But wo na what deny on your next level. As you go school, you go through exams, promotion exams, na say won throw. What will happen? Unko wanim ntim pendodo a won throw promotion exams no. You repeat the class until maybe the school laws eject you out of the school, because school mrano emma kwan say one try exams for a certain time across wa school. Nti na you wadi. Nti ya wo kra na wo decide say decision no nye school na decide here. And some of you, what failures for almost 10 years. They say, because some of you who pay Juma Bosch out the shame, Yaman and Yama Castle by Yaman. As a refuge, so Kayo. What should I on Hossan your refuge, so Kai? But say, Drona, I bet the drone, your quadri, and can't say refuge, was I say, because Opron some big coming after you. On Yami on punish on your shame, but Nemo. Into the one who didn't a and that is how some people are doing at a point they don't do well again, because of what you nyame then esin chain and for the point so and one the Bible say by strength shall no man prevail. Only probably no better than a whole day and didn't da. This area as the first time I come and you don't know the awkward group they join. You don't know the secret group they join. Do you know the number of politicians that run to us every week crying for prayer? Meanwhile, they are at the beer bar with their girlfriends. Do you know sacrifices they bring to us? Do you know things they do for the church in secret? They lay sacrifices on altars of churches all over. Kawa unim nyame a wonam to okronkron yemu no sa wo bebo sa for office and kasa politician be advantage over you. That's what I told you last week. When the king of Moab ehun say odi nkugu, he picked his firstborn son, he sacrificed him, and now he had victory over God's people, because na for a bona oboy no e kasai e ma ewiemu sesai. Sometimes we are seeing be deal with oh maybe a Christian na they no they are working, because altar wo gina so a de ye nya wo ye no wo nya bi da na me limte heaven dey obi a waji Yesu obi adi bi owu obekọ heaven no by ye can asase we so abrabo. It responds to God's higher principle and order. Tikacho obi o te won sani fa so won se to bo ase memra hye kan boko kase menua sunya aforebo sacrifice is what gives a voice to our prayer. So this will be best common conscience bamua at this aforebo ewa aforebo chiano so do no different say fa duane ne brama mini kane odi wi osi seni awrade sie ne koditi as na ko ntimi nhye sa ankom no wa bra onje duane na no ontimi nhye o sha emam abrebi onyame bebi sawade ketwa no na o kese a Adomah. So the journal is in your empire.
Preaching the word of God with you.
Ladies and gentlemen, when you don't understand that things do not just happen until sacrifice has gone on. If you apply prayers, apply wisdom. Because some of the problems, it will take wisdom to overcome them.
Teaching the word of God with passion.
Through sacrifice, we make covenant with God.
Training the church of God with enthusiasm.
What is in your mind determines what you can do. It is not about how old you are. It's not about the schools you have attended. It's about the technical know-how you have about it. Live like a diamond, and you will overcome this world, and you will do more